Hello, Gargoyle Nation. Yes, it's me, of course, Desi C, and we've got a very fun one for me anyway. I had a blast looking up what I could add to this list because for me, it's like, well, yeah, I kind of knew that. And then I have to remind myself, no, not everyone's gonna know this. Some of them are obvious, and some of them are going to be, wait, what? So, strap in, and I hope this top 10, essentially, they're kind of in random order, but you know what? I figured we'll just put them in a random list. It's not like this is the most well-known, this is the least known type of thing. They're just in random, but it's a top 10 anyway. So to start with an easy one at number 10, Theolog is Goliath backwards. And yes, I know some people are going to go, it's not pronounced the same way, but hold on a second, because I have seen this being said before. And how this was come up with is in the editing booth, rewinding, fast forwarding, playing, blah, blah, blah. Every time, they rewound, every time Elisa said Goliath, Theolog would come out. And that's kind of part of how Theolog came to be. There's a bit more to Theolog as to how he came around. Anyway, number 9, Goliath's roar is all Keith David. If you go back to my very first video, and yes, kind of cringe, but I do explain how I was at the gathering and, I was nervous as heck, but I, had heard from somebody else that if you asked Keith David to do the roar, he would do it. So I raised my little teenaged hand and I asked him, and he did it. So you can see the whole story there. And he does a little bit of explaining as to what they wanted to do. It's a fun little thing. You should go watch it. After this, of course. Number 8, Fox's voice actor is uncredited. Yeah, you heard me right. If you go back and look at the episodes wherever Fox appears, there's no voice actor listed for Fox. Of course, this is Gargoyle Nation, so you're going to find out who it is. Laura San Giacomo. I'm probably somehow I'm butchering that one. I fail as an Italian. Anyway, back then her agent thought it would ruin her reputation if, she came up credited doing voice acting. So of course her name was kept off the credits list. Clearly we know that's not true or anything, but yeah, that's kind of how it happened, that there's no credited actor for Fox. Still, if you even Disney Plus, it's not like they added it, still not there. Number 7, Angela's name is meant to be opposite of Damona's. And yes, you can see the obvious angel, demon, that whole thing. And yeah, it was done on purpose. So we have a Damona, we have demon to do the exact opposite of, we have Angela, who's an angel, also probably played a little bit of a thing of, she was raised by humans who were Christian. I mean, she has her rookery brother Gabriel and Ophelia and Raphael, they all have angelic names, but specifically for Angela, yes. Angel, demon, fun. Number 6, season 3 is not canon. I know many people have heard this. This is why I said this is just in random order. It's not most known to least known. But every now and then the question comes up. I see it on Facebook specifically all the time of people asking, why isn't season 3 released on DVD? I don't even know why season 3 isn't released on DVD. Kind of happy it's not. But if people want to see it, it is on Disney Plus, so by all means, but it is not canon. Episode 1 kind of is on the border of that because Greg was still on the team when it was done, but production kind of went ahead and did whatever they wanted. Didn't quite take his notes completely, so even he doesn't consider it that one quite canon. It is his storyline. But yes, season 3 is not canon, and we're not going to get into what's wrong with it or whatever. Just, it's not. Number 5, Lexington is gay and always has been. This is a weird one that keeps coming up. A lot of people are trying to say that it was retconned in, that Greg's trying to do this or that to make it more what I don't even remember half of the excuses that people come up with. But Lex is gay. Greg goes into detail about this on Ask Greg. He has probably multiple times. It's part of Lexington's character. And one of the things that people need to remember is that this is a Disney property. You're not going to see anything obvious, in your face, anything like that. Greg gives clues every now and then. Again, it's not in your face. It's just, it is Lexington, part of Lexington's character. And it also, you know, is fitting because so's his voice actor. So you know what? I like it better that way anyway. But yes. And if you've been reading the comics, you will have been seeing more signs of it. So it's nothing new. It's been there since day one. Number 4, Gargoyles and Dragons are cousins. Yeah, I probably should have put a spoiler before that one, huh? My bad. Anyway, yes, if you've been, again, reading the comics, it comes up. There's a whole familial thing that, you know, gets talked about. It's very interesting. I don't want to give too much away. I mean, I gave enough away by saying gargoyles and dragons are cousins. But if you want to find out exactly how that works out, go pick up the comics, specifically Dark Ages. So I'll explain there. Number 3, Queen Florence Island gets its name from the street Greg Weisman grew up on. Yes, Queen Florence Island is not an actual island. It's kind of just given a place where the actual islands are off the coast of BC. So it's a fake island, but yes, Queen Florence Island. He grew up on Queen Florence Lane. Cute little thing, little tidbit that a lot of people don't know. And if you want to find out what exactly happened on Queen Florence Island, you're going to have to go watch season 2, specifically the episode Heritage. It's actually one of my favorites. I enjoy this episode a lot. And plus, Canada. Yay! Number 2, Kenneth II, Macbeth, Canmore, Duncan, Bodhi, Gruach, Luach, more names with ach in them. But those characters and more are actually all based off of real life people. Yeah, they aren't just, you know, random characters that, you know, Greg and company decided to, you know, come up with. They're just, you know, fake people. No, they, not, obviously their entire history isn't going to be put on, you know, on a children's show, but quite a few things, a little bit of their stories and everything are true to what actually happened in real life. So the upside of watching Gargoyles, you not only are entertained, you'll learn a little bit too. I do the same thing with Assassin's Creed. And number 1, the Gargoyles' human forms in the mirror are all based off their voice actors. Yeah, plenty of times I've seen people going, you know, why do characters like Lexington and Broadway, you know, suddenly have hair, they're bald as gargoyles and all that stuff? You know, how did they determine that, you know, Goliath would be a black human, all that stuff? They're based off their human voice actors. So, you know, if you look at Keith David, if you look at Tom Adcox Hernandez, if you look at Bill Fagerbakke and compare what they drew on the show, yeah, you're going to see the similarities for sure. Obviously, they're not going to be exact. It's still a card. But yes, that's, you know, even if you look at Elisa, granted, she's human the entire time except for the mirror. But if you look at Elisa and Sally Richardson, her voice actor, there are similarities. So there you have it. A quick little top 10. It was actually kind of difficult trying to find ones that I thought would surprise, not necessarily surprise people, but people just wouldn't know. So yes, as always, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, be the good that you want to see in the world, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.